Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's do a mint chip incline twist. This is one of the newer dark horse dies from Dyespin, and I just got some recently, so I thought I would test out this color to see the way it splits. And I think the best way to see the color splits in a color is with an incline twist. I'm going to start by straightening the shirt, and then I am going to grab the shirt right about at the armpit, and I'm going to begin to twist it. Once I have the shirt twisted, I'm going to place it inside of a piece of vinyl guttering. And then to help keep the shirt from sliding all the way down to the end of the guttering, I'm going to take a piece of kite string, tie it around the end, and then use a metal clip to clip the kite string to the end of the piece of vinyl guttering. So right in the middle portion of this shirt, it's pretty thick and almost all the way to the top of my guttering. I have some pieces of plastic cutting board, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree dollar store, that I have cut into strips. And I'm going to place a couple of those strips inside of the guttering to make kind of a taller barrier to place the ice on the shirt. I'm going to leave the shirt laying flat on my table and apply the ice when the shirt is flat. I think it's easier to kind of press the ice down into the shirt. And then once I have the ice on the shirt, I'll go ahead and place it at an incline. To incline this shirt, I have a plastic tub or tote which has pretty tall sides, and I'm going to place one end of this vinyl guttering down inside of that plastic tub or tote. I'm going to leave the other end hanging over the edge. That's going to place the shirt at an incline. The minute I place the vinyl guttering down inside of the tote, all the ice kind of shifts. So I'm going to take a couple minutes to touch up my ice just a little bit before I apply the dye. Whenever I do these incline dyes, I usually don't come back and add a second layer of ice. So I want to make sure I have the entire shirt covered really well in ice. Like I said, the color I'm going to use is Mint Chip, which is a Dyespin dark horse dye. I want to get the most color splits out of this color that I can get because I want to see the cool colors that are in it. So I'm going to apply the dye over the top of the ice, and I don't want to apply too much dye. Then over the top of the dye, I'm going to add an additional sprinkle of dry soda ash and place the shirt aside and allow the ice to melt. After the ice melted, I left the shirt inclined for probably about 12 hours, and then I went ahead and placed this piece of vinyl guttering down inside of another plastic tub or tote. I placed the lid on the tote, and I placed the tote outside so that it could process in the heat. The shirt was no longer at an incline, but all of the ice had melted, the dye had moved all throughout the shirt, and I left the shirt inclined throughout the ice melting and about 12 hours afterwards. So the dye had plenty of time to move down the shirt. Then after allowing the shirt to process in the heat for about 24 hours, I rinsed it out by taking it to my utility sink and beginning to rinse it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then I went ahead and warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing in hot water to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. I soaked the shirt by adding some really hot water to my utility sink, a little bit of Blue Dawn dish soap. I placed the shirt inside the hot water and allowed it to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear. Then I put the shirt along with some Dharma's Professional Textile Detergent into my washing machine, and I washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so I've washed, dried, and ironed the shirt, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think this one is a really pretty color. It has a lot of that blue-green, has some little pops of an aqua type color. It also has some pink, some gray, some olives, It's just a real diverse, pretty green color. Honestly, if I were thinking mint chocolate chip ice cream, this is kind of what I would be envisioning. So I think it's a really pretty color. And as you can see, this technique is great to allow the colors to split out and really see the different component colors in this die. I personally like starting the twist on the side someplace. This one I started right around the armpit area, and it kind of made this weird armpit flower coming out, which, I mean, I think it looks kind of cool, but you can actually start the twist anywhere you want to on the shirt. I've done the hem, I've done the shoulder, just pretty much anywhere on the shirt you can do the twist. I wanted to use one of the shorter pieces of vinyl guttering that I had, so I started it on the side because that makes a shorter shirt when it's all twisted up. If you start in either the shoulder or you start at the hem, the twist is a little bit longer. So I do have longer pieces of vinyl guttering. I was actually using those at the time though for a couple of gravity dies. So keep that in mind wherever you twist on the shirt. That's going to determine the length of your shirt once it's twisted up. And on this shirt, I ended up with a couple larger chunks of dye that didn't dissolve quite as well as the rest of the dye. So I do have some larger blobs of dye. I've done some close-ups and they're in the close-ups so you can kind of see them. They don't look bad, but they're definitely there. I probably should have gone ahead and added a little bit more ice to that area because one of those larger chunks of dye I can see in the photo once all the ice had melted. I guess I just didn't notice it at the time, but I really should have gone ahead and added just a little bit more ice, even if it was just to that one area. I could have even done it with the shirt laying flat. So overall, I think this is a really pretty color. And because of the olive and the gray that is in this color, I think it would be really pretty if it was paired with a few different gray colors. I also think because of the aqua in this color, it would be pretty paired with some aqua, even some turquoise. But what do you guys think about this color? Have you used it? Do you like it? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you're looking for the Dark Horse dies at Dyespin, they have a special tab, especially for the Dark Horse dies. They don't have them listed under their regular fiber reactive dies. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.